The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Utah's been playing with a lot of focus. They are really playing at a high level right now, going 8-1 over the last 9 games.
And Kenny, we have lots to talk about. One thing coming up on the horizon, the trade deadline. Front offices have had time to evaluate rosters. What are your feelings about blockbuster in-season trades?
Huge deals are rare in the season, Ernie. You know,
Huge
deals. You know, but typically they come in the offseason because teams have time to nurture and bring them together. But there have been some great trades in midseason, so you can find new life.
We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena, the home of the Jazz, as 2K Sports brings you today's action. Live from Salt Lake City, Utah. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. The Utah Jazz come into this one after the win against Chicago. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And just looking at the stats, you can see, man, they were efficient on this night.
They made shot selection a priority. And
These teams have no problem, Steve, going to work on the block, working down low. You can expect, I'm sure, a lot of post-ups as we get this one going.
Yeah, they love to play through the post.
1:36 left to play in the first quarter. Brogdon kicks to DJ. Back to Brogdon. Pass to DJ. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Parker. Back to Brogdon. It's up a 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Brogdon's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Mitchell kicks to Burks. Favors sets the pick for Burks. Trying to find Udo. He gets it to him, and it's denied. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Jabari Parker. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Milwaukee.
And they had a good split between their work in the paint and their 3-point shooting. If the triple wasn't there for them on any given night, they were able to come inside and do some damage down low.
43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The pass to DJ. Milwaukee with a fresh 24. A nice shot by Zeller.
fantastic positioning on that offensive board, then right back up.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. There's the dish to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Favors. Passes to Crowder. Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
And Muhammad kicks to Brogdon. Over Mitchell. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And Derek Favors, known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is too. How far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
We've got Jay Crowder, Udoh out there with Favors. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. That's the group right now for Utah.
Look at the front court tandem of Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors. Both tremendous players. The question, though, do you get enough spacing with those two inside to win it all?
And the second free throw, good. And in today's NBA, you can sometimes get diminishing returns with two big men who both need to be around the rim.
That's correct, but two things help this Jazz team. Favors is a good mid-range jump shooter. Defensively, he and Gobert are both very mobile for their size. Helps them against small ball teams.
6 on the shot clock. Favors in the post. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Derek Favors. Thabo Sefolosha. Bucks leading by 8. Now here's DJ. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
Well, this is what happens when you're pushing the action. DJ draws the foul call.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
That free throw, no good. And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire, or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing the power forward position. Imagine that. I started in this league as a point guard. I go to the power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg and keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, "You know what, Smitty, it's time." I said, "God, lead coach in the game, in the middle of the game." But that moment, I realized the game was passing me by with these young guys. And me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills were gone.
That's an amazing story. And a first time out of the game called for Utah. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Milwaukee on top, up by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. And when we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. For the Jazz, Udoh's checked in for Gobert. Favors comes in for Ricky Rubio. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Mitchell. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Zeller, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. Tony Snell comes in for Antetokounmpo. DJ is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Tony Snell is out there with Tyler Zeller. Then it's DJ. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Henson in at the 5 spot. Ingles with the ball. Favors with the screen. Fires, high post. That shot off. Now the Bucks take it the other way. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now, here's DJ. He's guarded closely. It's rebounded by Udo. Now Jerebko. And here's Cephalosha for 3. Drops in the tray.
Another triple. And that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have any problem with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they're the better team overall, but on hostile ground, this game could be close. We'll see if they can seize the opportunity and steal one on the road. And the Sacramento fans so happy to still have their Kings team after.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And the performance of the Star-Spangled Banner by Linda Lynn. We are happy to have you with us tonight for the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber. We are nearly...
Well, guys, Sacramento Kings.
Thanks, David, and it's clear that Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. Well, as the NBA season comes into full gear, you really start to see just how big the NBA season is. Chris, would you like to keep it at 82 games, or would you like to change it, maybe bring the schedule in the regular season? We've got 1:13 left to play here in the first. Fox kicks to Temple. He feeds it to Carter. Labissiere with the screen for Carter. Off the screen. Rebound, Milwaukee. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
I absolutely love the fire they showed on the road. You really could tell they wanted that.
In the corner, it's Temple. He dishes it to Koufos. Clock at 6. Here's Temple. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
The shot's good from Henson.
I love the unselfishness. DJ is constantly looking for his guys, a true team player.
Now, here's Fox. Last time out, he had 14 points. And there it is for him. Fox has got his second basket of the game.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think...
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Kings lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They've balled out to an early lead.
On the court for the Bucks, Jennings out there with DJ. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Henson in at the 5 down low.
Kings is a team that is in desperate need to get to the postseason. Second longest playoff drop in the league. Just can't seem to build any momentum.
Jennings kicks to Henson. Now here's DJ. Defense is right there. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Milwaukee.
And you see the lack of scoring in the paint. It's one thing when you're dealing with great shot blocking inside, but even then you need to collapse the defense just to create open looks on the perimeter.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one drops.
Now, you know DJ loves putting work in at the gym, and he's always looking for ways to improve. A soft-spoken guy who has no problem letting his game do all the talking.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Kings leading. Here's Temple. He's got 5. Doubled by Henson and stolen by DJ. One-on-one here. Here's Snell. Koufos grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. The three-pointer, no good. The Bucks shooting 41% for the game. Jennings kicks to Henson, and he makes good on the layup. Henson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Absolutely right, Greg. That's all it takes.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Hield kicks to Bogdanovic. Back to Hield. Kings moving the ball around. Labissiere in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Can't connect from 13 feet out. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And the dunk by Parker.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
And guys, they're showing great instincts too, anticipating how the ball was going to come off the boards and timed it out perfectly.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Fox passes to Labissiere. The dish to Bogdanovic. Shoots over Muhammad. Sacramento again missing. And so it's Jabari Parker making things happen for Milwaukee. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no sign.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You know, Jabari Parker is checked in for Zach Randolph. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Tony Snell's checked in for Jabari Parker. DJ comes in for Antetokounmpo. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Jennings in for Eric Bledsoe. Bogdanovich out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Hield. And it's Fox. And it's Koufos in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Bucks leading by 22. DJ with it. That shot is off.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bucks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
And that one's good, DJ.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Here's Bogdanovich. That one doesn't drop. And Milwaukee the other way now. Dellavedova dishes to DJ. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Count it, good.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
Jennings with the bucket. Now the Kings with it. Cauley-Stein a screen. Now here's Hield. He's guarded closely. Here's Koufos. Misses from short range. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Trailblazers out in Portland. Taking a look at the Trailblazers, going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they really feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and throw the first punch. And Damian Lillard has been in the top tier of point guards ever since he came into the league. You never hear much about him being the best point guard.
We are live in Portland as the Trailblazers are about to go into this interconference contest. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Bucks will end the road trip here before heading back to Milwaukee. And they're looking forward to some production from Ed Davis now that he's back. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, thank you, Kevin. Now, Lehigh's C.J. McCollum has taken full advantage of his opportunity with the Blazers. McCollum said, I already knew what I could do. People are starting to realize that I'm here to stay. Kevin, his coach Terry Stotts says his time has come.
It certainly has, D.A. Love the mindset McCollum has, stepping right into the starting two-guard spot with great confidence. And last season, injuries played a large part in what derailed the Bucks. Lost Middleton before the season started. Then, of course, Parker goes down. Brent, tough break for everyone.
Clearly no chance last year to get a glimpse of what this Milwaukee Buck team could be once they're full and once they're healthy. But they do have an opportunity. Guys stronger and more improved and maybe a little bit more hungry.
The Bucks trail. Antetokounmpo passes to Zeller. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Yeah, lots of points early, and the game plans on both sides, at least offensively, working to perfection.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Bucks. As we've seen, many teams play a little bit of a soft zone defensively. What's the best way, you think, Brent, to counteract that when you're trying to run your half-court offense?
Well, the best way to counteract anybody who's softening up on the backside of the zone is to overload that side of the court, Kevin. So now all of a sudden, if you make a shift with more players on one side of the floor, there's no way for 3 to cover 2 on the backside. That's where teams can gain incredible advantage.
Last season, Malcolm Brogdon, one of the bigger surprises out of the rookie class.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon ends up becoming the Rookie of the Year as a second-round draft choice. Amazing to see how comfortable he played through stretches of the Milwaukee Bucks season last year. A good passer, never seemingly getting himself out of control, Kevin. That's some good heady stuff from a rookie.
1:10 left in the first. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. 1:09 left in the first quarter. Now here's McCollum. Not a lot of room. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Leonard's got 6.
A hidden advantage to Leonard hitting that shot as the defense is forced to extend further out. That creates driving lanes for the guards.
Fires for 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Here's Napier. An 11-point game for him in the win against New York.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Leonard. He has 7.
Just like it when he gets in there. McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
Milwaukee's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Goes up on the high post. And it's DJ missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
McCollum outside. Here's Connaughton. Second chance shot. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And they make sure.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Portland out in front, up by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment. It's been a tight one so far. An entirely new group here for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Davis. Aminu comes in for Maurice Harkless. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. On the court for the Bucks. They've got DJ. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Jabari Parker, and it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. Here's Lillard. The rebound by the Bucks. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
Trailblazers trail by 4.
Portland, Oregon, the nation's 24th largest market, fewer than half the TV households of Atlanta or Houston. But fortunately for the ownership group who has some available income, this is a team that's willing to get out there and spend to bring in a team that can compete for a championship.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Portland. And Milwaukee also. And the first half comes to a close. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Malcolm Brogdon. He's checked in for Evan Turner. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Al Farouk Amino is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Davis. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Napier in its shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Over to the wing. And Aminu kicks to Leonard. Dishes it to Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Damian, what changed during the second half tonight?
We just wanted to make some adjustments. They got too many second shots, and they capitalized on all those second shot opportunities. And we didn't move around. We weren't flying around defensively. And, once we started to fly around and made those adjustments, that's when the game turned around for us.
And you imposed your will on them in the second half. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
That's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.